Asmongold reacted to Indie Game Awards show, which is kind of its own thing. I wasn't even familiar with this. What he discovered is so appalling that I'm like, real life is stranger than fiction.
African Indie Game Award.
Prepare yourself. There's going to be a lot of dead air here because he's just in awe. When you think you've seen it all.
Ikeelya? What? Why would you say this? Like, I don't. Is this like a rogue dev? Like, I mean, it had to have been like, this is the.
It's like if it was like a one-off, that would actually be like, oh, that's kind of funny. It's a rogue dev. But literally, you can't make this shit up. African Indie Game Awards. Get the Milk. Finding Father. Ikeelya. It's more than just one. It's not just a one-off.
This is the top, like in terms of like prime real estate, the top one in the middle is the prime real estate. And you put that one there and you nominate that one. This is like, yeah, it feels like this is satire. Get the Milk? I Get the Milk, Finding Father, and Ikeelya. I can't, guys. This is crazy. That's crazy to me.
You know, on Twitter, you have Blueska.
Oh, there we go. There we go. This explains everything.
Oh. So these are the guys that cooked up. You guys are the ones that are cooking this up, doing this. Maybe you didn't do the list, but you're at least up here talking about it. You guys thought that Mega Bonk shouldn't be on the list for Game of the Year. You guys thought Ball Pit shouldn't be on the list for Game of the Year.
Wait, what? I love the internet. This is amazing. People can like present themselves like they're important, like they are in charge of something. Who the fuck are these people? Like, this is amazing.
But you had a couple of video games. Guys, we have to do something about these people. We got to do something about it.
Good point. He goes back for more, though. Asmongold had to again point out the irony of nominating games called Get the Milk, Finding Father, and Ikeelya for African Indie Game Awards. How patronizing. Here we go.
This is a person who responded and said, these people genuinely get upset at the sight of a black person in media. Let's watch the clip. Let's watch. You guys want to watch the clip? African Indie Game Award. So you see how I move my mouse over to the Finding Father? I'm going to tell y'all something. If I had done the Game Awards and I put for the African Indie Game Awards, I had one called Get the Milk, Finding Father, and Ikeelya, I would be getting accused for racism.
100%. 100%. They would be jumping down his throat to get him canceled immediately. But since he calls it out, they're jumping down his throat to cancel him immediately. You can't win for losing.
Would be getting accused for crypto racism, trying to push negative stereotypes about. Can you imagine that? If I did a Game Awards and I had an African Game Awards and the middle, this, by the way, this is prime real estate. This is the one that you see first.
Yep.
Finding Father. I thought this was a motherfucking meme. I wasn't mad because it was black people. I was mad because I thought it was just unintended, obvious, like weird, almost patronizing. Like, I am not convinced that there isn't a person who made this decision that isn't a racist. Now, I'm not
100%. They're always projecting.
Saying that that's what happened, but I'm saying that, damn, that's crazy, isn't it?
They're closet racist. They really are. the most racist people in the world. Where they're like, oh yeah, let's do this. We can do it because we're patronizing. We are the ones that support the black voices. Meanwhile,
Wow. How's that happen? Saw it on X and thought someone was making a racist joke. No, it was real.
wait,
And you
is
see,
that
I put my
true?
mouse over it, right?
Marxist, none of these are African-made games. And what the hell is it called African Indie Game Award for? The hell?
Right there. I mean, because I'm like, other people gotta other people gotta see this, right? You gotta see this. Somebody gotta see this. What the fuck? These are actual games, yeah. And so, yes, disingenuous post, and you know it. Yeah, of course, right? It's obvious. Yeah, if you're gonna lie, don't include the clip of the streamer saying the opposite of what you're claiming.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what people do on X, where they think people are too lazy to even watch the video. And you know what? Oftentimes they're right. I see a lot of people clipping me out of context, specifically, for example, like my conversation, or if you call it a debate with Colin Moriarty. Even to this day, people are like, oh, you're the guy that got your ass kicked by Colin Moriarty, and then show a clip of nothing about me getting my ass kicked, showing things completely out of context and overlaying things that have nothing to do what we're talking about, that try to make me look bad. And like, this, what the hell does he have to do with what you're saying? It doesn't make any sense. People are trying so hard, so desperately to get an own. But at the end of the day, it makes you look like the idiot because you're not proving any points. You're just showing a video that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. So, yeah.
And so, is this true that LSF is even make a category for African games? Nominate Get the Milk, Finding Father, and Ikeelya. It's like they're playing into bad stereotypes. Probably not intentional, but it's funny. Mm-hmm. It is funny. It's funny. I'm sorry. And
it's fucking hysterical. It's fucking hysterical. And the fact that the haters coming at Asmon for pointing it out instead of the indie people that are putting this event together tells you everything you need to know about what their agendas really are.
There it is. And so these kids that grew up on the sanitized COVID internet, they don't know about all this stuff. And so they don't even know what the memes are. They don't even know this. They have no idea. And so you go, I hope Finding Father good. No effing way these games are real. Yes, exactly. So not a single person is even getting mad at me. Gotta agree with Asmon on this. Damn, the jokes write themselves. This is crazy. Even LSF is on my side with this. That really goes to show where Twitter's at, huh? That really shows where Twitter's at. Wow.
Even Livestream Fails is on his side with it. So this is the Indie Game Awards, which I've never heard of before, but watch on IGN, GameSpot, and 6-1 Indie. And you got to ask yourself behind the scenes who the connections are and why they're being platformed by these prominent journal outlets in the gaming sphere. This is community management games, debut games. Where's emotional impact games, gameplay design? There's Ball Expit. There it is. Innovation, Latin America Indie Game Award. Okay. Music. And how many categories are there? Narrative, solo development. Oh, they got Megabonk. Are they going to take Megabonk off too? I like how the guy who developed Megabonk didn't even acknowledge the Indie Game Award. Like, this is not anything except something to laugh at. So I guarantee you they remove Megabonk from this and they'll say, oh yeah, in honor of the developer coming forward, and they're going to act like the developer reached out to them. They're not. He didn't, but they're going to act like he did to feel like they're important with it. Southeast Asian Indie Game Award. That seems extremely specific. Southeast Asian? They have a Northwest Asian? A Southwest Asian? Like, what are we doing? Visual design. Women-led Indie Game Award, which is fine, by the way. I'm all for this. As long as there's a male-led. Oh, there's not. Oh. Weird. So we're placing women on a pedestal here and propping them up. Gotcha. Indie Games of the Year. Expedition 33 is there. Okay. That'll win probably. I mean, Silksong will give it a run for its money. Maybe Hades too, but Expedition 33 will win. I like how they have like Consume Me. What, bro? I've never played Consume Me. Maybe it's the most amazing clicking mouse button whatever game ever. Are you really comparing it to Expedition 33? What are we doing here? Achievement and accessibility. Here it is. African Indie Game Award. Brew and Bogey, Episode 1, Get the Milk. Not going to lie, I kind of want to try it. Finding Father, a hidden sound game. Ikeelya. Yeah. All right. That's a thing, apparently. Signature awards. We got the Indie Vanguard, the Mohammed Fahmy Storyteller Award, Industry Impact, Community Pick. Here we go. Presenters. I'm sure these are all very well abled and totally normal looking. And okay, what the fuck? Okay. Laura Kate Dale. Laura Kate Dale. Laura Kate Dale wrote this book called Me and My Dysphoria Monster by Laura Kate Dale. Aiming at kids at the age between 3 and 8 years old. Laura Kate Dale. That's a dude, by the way. Hosts. Okay. What is this? Judges. Laura Kate Dale just gets his own block. Jake Steinberg. Jake Steinberg is there. Holy crap. It's been a minute.
I'm straight, but sometimes in Dragon Age Inquisition, I got in a relationship with one of the male characters.
Jake Steinberg, every time I talk about him, he always seems to clip me out of context and say, he hates Jews. Things like that. I'm like, where do you even get that from? Just because you're Jewish, you say that. You can't use that shield, bro. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. And it doesn't just say it about me. It says it about a lot of people, by the way. Man, this is quite the collection of characters. Let me tell you guys. My goodness. Wow. That is definitely a thing. The Indie Game Awards, guys, which I feel like they should just change the name to the Indie Gay Awards. Like, seriously. No hate. But with the trans lighting on this panel, the promoting the women and black voices and marginalized people, like, bro, it's not indie. You've co-opted indie and trying to take it over. But just be honest. Just be real with what you're doing. That's, at the end of the day, that's all this is. It's fucking hysterical. Wouldn't have known about it without Asmongold, by the way. And now with the magnifying glass on him, we all see it's like, oh, that's what this is. We all know. We all know. But yeah, we will leave that one right there. Sorry to save you for the 2. New game idea. Out for Smokes. That's a sequel to Out for Milk. Or what's it called? Get the Milk. The sequel to the smash hit Get the Milk. Out for Smokes.